Kyle was the most lethal sniper in American military history. Now, the much-anticipated movie about his life is hitting the big screen.
Her arms aren't swinging. She's carrying something. Yeah, she's got a grenade. She's got an RKG, Russian grenades. You got eyes on this? Can you confirm?
Negative. Your call.
They fry you if you're wrong.
Scott McEwen co-wrote Chris Kyle's book and was a consultant on the film American Sniper, directed by Clint Eastwood. And he joins us live this morning. Good morning to you.
Thank you for having me on.
How did you meet Chris Kyle?
I met Chris Kyle in San Diego through some other Navy SEAL friends of mine and became friends with him and ultimately drinking buddies.
Well, ultimately drinking buddies. And eventually you started recording his history. Why?
When I was hearing his story, I felt it was so compelling and so amazingly patriotic towards this country that I felt it was a historical disservice not to have his story recorded, because Chris was really the epitome of a warrior and a patriot of this country.
At what point did you realize he was the most lethal sniper in American history?
I heard it from multiple different SEAL team sources, and the numbers that came out were astonishing. I mean, it was 160 that got confirmed, but I can assure you the number was far more.
Sure. The book you guys did was terrific. And in fact, Brian did one of the final interviews with Chris before he was killed, sadly. Chris did talk to Bradley Cooper, who plays him in the movie, right?
He did. I was a part of that conversation.
And how did I understand you felt when you watched the movie, you were looking at a ghost.
I tell you, Bradley took on the character so deeply, both physically and mentally. I really believed at times when I looked at Bradley that I was almost seeing through to see Chris, because accent-wise, physical characteristic-wise, his SEAL team mannerisms, the way he moved, everything else was very, very close to Chris Kyle. When
people watch this movie, what are they going to take away from it?
I think they're going to take away that war has many tolls. And I think that somebody like Chris, who was an amazing warrior for this country, also went through a lot, and his family went through a lot in doing what he did. And while we see the accomplishments, such as the most lethal sniper in American history, one of the things we don't see is that not only on Chris, but the rest of our troops, you have 10 years of war that they have to go through, and the families and the troops have an extreme toll that is taken on them in doing so. And really, this movie and what Clint Eastwood did with this movie is not just a war movie per se, it's a movie about the toll of war.
It's the one movie I want to see this Christmas. Tell me about your new book, Target America.
Target America is a book that involves a fictional SEAL team sniper that is confronted with the country's sum of all fears, that we have a nuclear weapon inside this country, and the SEAL teams are called upon to basically find the bad guys and get the weapon. And I think it's very topical, particularly when we look at right now where people are second-guessing what's gone on with 9/11 and with the interrogations afterwards.
The waterboarding?
The waterboarding, things of that nature. I think that if this country is in need of those to get these jobs done, when we have people that are attacking us, I hope that people like the SEALs and the CIA are able to do what they need to do to protect this nation.
We'd be in big trouble without them. The new book, once again, it's called Target America. Scott McEwen, we thank you very much. And the new movie opens up very shortly, American Sniper.
Thank you very much.
Great. Thank you, sir.